Hey everyone, this is Antriksh for Enterprise DNA, and in this video I am going to show you how you can use text function as well as path functions to extract certain words from a given text string. So if you take a look at the screen, we have two rows of data set, and what we want to do is we want to use text functions such as left, mid, substitute to and path functions such as path item and path item reverse to be able to extract the first name, which is Antriksh and Brian, then the middle word, which is DAX and R, and then the final name, which is the last name, which are Sharma and Julius. So let's get started, and I will show you how we can do that by using both different sets of functions that are available in DAX. And I'm going to perform the activity in the DAX studio so that we can see at each step what the code that we are writing is actually going to return. So let's move on to DAX studio so that we can write our code. So we can go to external tools and let's click on DAX studio, and let's close the pane so that we have some real estate to be able to write the code. And the first thing that we need to do is we need to write the keyword define and then column. So basically I'm creating a virtual column that exists only for the duration of this session that I have opened in the DAX studio. So any column that I create here would not actually persist in the data set that we have in the Power BI. So I'm going to write column, and then I need to provide the table name in which that column will get created, and the column's name would be first name. So to extract the first name from the data set that we have already seen, what I'm going to do is, first of all, I need to find the position of the first space, and once I have that position, I will extract the first character. I will extract the word that starts from the position 1 till the position of that first space. And how we can do that? First of all, we need to find the position of that space. So I can write first space. I'm going to create a variable, and that would be basically a search operation, and I'm going to find the search. So in the first argument I provided the character that I want to find, and in the next argument I need to provide the word in which I want to find that space. So I'm going to write names, and data is the original column in my database. So let's close search, and I can return the first space variable so that we can see what it is going to return. And to be able to visualize the result, we need to write evaluate, which will fire the DAX code and basically provide the name, or the table name that we have in the model. So if I press F5, you can see that against each name we have a certain number. So it says 9th in the first row and the 6th in second row, but the name Antriksh only contains 8 characters, and it is returning one too many because it is counting the position of the space. To get 8, I can write -1. And to be able to return the first word, what I need to write is basically use the left function, and then I can write the text string from which I want to extract the first name, and that is names data. And then I want to provide the number of characters that I want to extract. So I can write first space, and let's close this. And if I click F5, you can see that I have retrieved the first name from that string. So that was how you can use left function for extracting the first name. Now let's see how we can extract the middle keyword, or how you can extract a middle name from your own text string. And please note that there are multiple ways of extracting a middle keyword, but I am going to use the most basic one that is very easy to understand. So let's create another column, and I'm going to name it as names middle name in this case, or I can write middle keyword as well, but let's stick with middle name for consistency. And I'm going to create a variable which will basically hold the string that is being currently iterated by the DAX code. So that would hold the full string. So the full name would be equal to names for names data, and then I need to store in a variable the name that I've already extracted in the previously computed column. So I can write var first name, and I can use this column. Now let's create another variable which will be named as new text. So what I would do is I would simply remove the first name from the full name variable. So the resulting variable or the resulting column would actually contain only DAX Sharma and R Julius. So let's write substitute full name and then I'm going to write first name. So let's see what this variable is actually returning. So I can write return new text. So if I press F5, I get an error which says there is an issue in that. So let's see what is the problem. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to provide the third argument of the substitute, which would basically return empty string in place of the first name. So if I press F5, we still get an error. I'm not sure why we are getting the error. Okay, so the reason why I was getting an error is because I have an equal sign after the names data, which is not allowed. So if I remove that and press F5, you can notice that we have received the part of the string which does not contain the first name. So we have removed Antriksh and Brian from the text string. But there is one more thing that we need to take care of, which is that there is a leading space before DAX and R, and to remove that we can write trim, and trim actually removes any additional spaces that are in your text string. So if I press F5, you can see that the leading space has now been removed. So let's move on and write more code so that we can extract the middle keyword. And the next thing that we want to do is we want to identify the space, the position of that space that exists after the DAX and the R keyword. And for that I can write a variable which is start position, and that would be basically a search, and I'm going to search for the empty space, and then I can write new text. So basically search for the space in the new text variable, and I need to subtract 1 so that it returns only 3 and 1 in the case of R and not 2. So the last variable that we need to create is result, and now we are only going to extract the value DAX and R using the left function. So I can write new text and then the start position. So basically extract 3 keywords from the first string and only 1 keyword from the second string. So let's return the result variable to see the result, and we get an error. So let's remove the T, and you can see that now we have received the DAX and the R keyword that we actually wanted to extract from the original string. Now let's see how we can extract the last name from the original string, and for that let's write column names last name, the name of the new column. And first we need to create a variable that will store the original string. So I can write full name equals to names data, and let's scroll down a little bit and give us some space so that we only see the code of the last name. And the next variable I'm going to create would basically be replace space with tilde. So what I'm trying to do is I want to replace every space that exists in the original string with a specific character that I think would not actually exist in the original string, and I will later use that character to identify the position of the last space. So let's write substitute full name, and I want to substitute the space with the character tilde, and let's return the variable first of all to see what it is going to store. So if I press F5, you can see that all of the space has been replaced with the tilde character. And now let's create another variable which will basically remove the space that I have in the original string. So I can write substitute full name. I want to find the space and then replace it with nothing. And I can show you what it will contain. So it contains all of that string concatenated without any delimiter. So let's create another variable which would basically subtract the length of remove space from the length of replace space with tilde variable. So let's write position last tilde equal to length of let's copy the variable name so that we don't have to write everything, and then I can write length of remove space. So this operation would actually return how many delimiters are there in the original string. So in my case I have 2 in the first keyword in the first string and 2 as well in the second string. So let's see what it is going to return. So if I press F5, it shows me 2. So now I can use this 2 to identify, or you can say specify, that in the second space I want to substitute the space with a different kind of character, which in this case is tilde. So let's write more code, and I'm going to write replace last space with tilde, and that would be basically a substitute over the original column, which is full name, and then I'm going to look for the space and then replace it with tilde. And in the fourth argument, which is generally optional, I want to provide the occurrence at which I want to specify that tilde. So I can use the previous variable which stores the number 2, and if I close this and return this variable, you can see that now I have inserted the tilde in the last position, or you can say at the position of the last space. And now all I need to do is use that to extract the word Sharma, and I can write var result equal to, and I'm going to use the mid function. Then I want to start with this string that I have stored in the previously computed variable, so it has the tilde, and I basically want to search for the tilde in this string. So I can write tilde and provide my string in the second argument, and I want to find the first occurrence, which is generally optional. You can choose to opt out of specifying that, and let's put in comma, and I can write how many characters that I want. I can write length of the full name. Generally you would specify the number of characters that are actually greater than the string, and there are also different ways of identifying only, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 characters, but that would involve writing a lot more code. But for this example, let's stick with this only. So if I declare the result variable after the return part and press F5, you can see that now I only get tilde as well as Sharma, but I do not want that tilde. So what I can do is I can specify that search position plus 1. So what mid would start doing is it would use the search for finding the position of tilde, and then it would not include the tilde in that result, but if I specify plus 1. So if I press F5, you can see that we have received Sharma and Julius. So that's how you can use the text functions such as left, mid, right, substitute to extract the different kind of strings, different kinds of words from your string. And now let's move on and see how we can use the path functions to shorten the amount of code that we have actually written. And you would be surprised to see that even though path functions are not actually designed for these kind of operations, but by using those functions we are actually able to convert all of these at how many lines we have, 41 lines of code, into just 5 or 6 lines of code. So let's see how we can use path functions to do the exact same operation. So I'm going to create a new session of DAX Studio by pressing Ctrl N, and let's connect to the Power BI file. And as we have already seen, let's specify the define and the column keyword, and I'm going to pass in the table name and the name of the virtual column that I'm going to create, which only persists for this session. And what I'm going to use is substitute function, and I need to pass the original column in the first argument, and then I'm going to substitute the space with the pipe operator. And what path function actually do is they use that pipe operator to extract the child from the parent child hierarchy. So let's return the result of this column by using evaluate and the names and the name of the column, the table. So if I press F5, you can see that we have received a string or another column which contains every character that we have already have in the original string, delimited by the pipe operator. And path function is going to use that pipe operator to be able to extract the first, middle and the last character. So let's create another column that is going to rely on the result of the second column. So I can specify column names, first name, and I'm going to use the function which is path item. And all I need to do is in the first argument I need to specify the column that we have already computed in the previous column, and in the second argument I need to provide the keyword or the character that I want to extract. So if I provide 1, it will extract Antriksh and Brian. So if I press F5, you can see that in the first name column we get Antriksh and Brian. And now let's copy this code so that we don't have to write everything from scratch. And I can rename the first name to middle name. And instead of 1, I need to provide 2. So we get DAX and R. So by now you can see how easy it is to extract words from a string by using the path functions. Whereas with text function, we had to write a lot of code and identify the position of a certain character. And to be able to extract the last name, what I need to do is, instead of 2, provide 3. So if I press F5, we have received a column which contains Sharma and Julius. So you can see that in just 10 lines or 11 lines of code, we were able to extract all the words delimited by a certain delimiter. So before wrapping up, let's just see a scenario where, in case if there are multiple words in a given string, then what you would actually do is, instead of manually calculating how many delimiters there are and then providing that the count of the delimiter in the path item function. So let's say you have 40 words and you would not want to actually count 40 delimiters. So instead of doing that, you can use path item reverse function. So what it would do is, it would basically start from the very end, and then you can specify the 1 keyword, 1 as the option. And if you press F5, you can see that you receive the exact same result that we had received with the path item function. And using the same logic, you can populate other columns as well. So if I type 2 instead of 1, you can see that I get the exact same result. So that was all about how you can use text function as well as path functions for extracting the words from your string. And if you have any questions for me, just let me know in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, have a great day.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Enterprise DNA TV. If you enjoyed the content covered in this particular tutorial, please throw the video a like. It really helps us and we really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Enterprise DNA TV channel. We have a huge amount of content coming out all the time from myself and a range of content creators, all dedicated to improving the way that you use Power BI and the Power Platform. Lastly, check out Enterprise DNA's website. Plenty of resources and further learning that you can access very easily. All the best. Take care.